Schlockmeister fans, by request, a couple weeks ago, somebody asked for this one, Firestarter, a totally mainstream movie here. Stephen King. I haven't seen this in a long time. Looking forward to it. Let's watch. Our movie starts with David Keith and his daughter, Drew Barrymore. She plays Charlie, running from somebody. The bad guys are following them. We don't know who they are yet, but they managed to escape in a taxi. We get a flashback to David Keith, how he met his wife, Heather Locklear. They were both part of some experiment in
I'm Vicki Tomlinson.
telekinesis or something.
About this.
David Keith has the ability to do things with his mind. In this case, he's getting some coins from the relic called a payphone. Charlie has the power to turn people on fire. The guy was being an asshole. And what happened to Mom?
They killed her.
We have another flashback to what happened. Charlie was kidnapped, apparently. Mom was missing, and oh, there she is. And here's the flashback of them trying to kidnap Charlie. But Daddy's got the mind control stuff.
Drop the gun.
Not only does he get him to drop the gun, he blinds the guy too and escapes with Charlie. These are the bad guys.
You feel guilt because 8 out of 10 of our young volunteers have died committing suicide. You want to justify your...
It's Martin Sheen. So they're perpetually on the run.
Hey, got him.
And they're about to hitch a ride with Art Carney.
My mother didn't set the cops on us.
He tells the truth, Art, about
been dead for a year.
who they are.
Don't appear like you got her against her will.
Yes.
She can detect that the bad guys are coming.
Kill you like they did Mommy and take me away. I won't let it happen. I won't.
Holy Jesus Christ. Did she do that?
Turning up the heat.
Can't you feel it? Don't be stupid.
The bad guys are trying to capture them.
If we could only discuss this, please. Watch it, Andy, watch it. Not the girl, not the girl.
Next thing you know, she wreaks havoc on the place. Although he was shot, Art Carney is fine. The bad guys aren't, though. They plan to tell their story to the papers.
After you write the letters, right?
That's right. Tell the newspapers all about it. And the running will be over.
Well, they do mail their letters. However, there's bad guys everywhere. And they got spotted by this old lady.
All right, good deal. Get a whole date. You can be there in an hour. Take a look at it.
Those letters aren't going to make it to the newspapers. Because they're going to steal them from the postal truck right here. After they dispose of this guy, of course. George C. Scott is now going after them. And he got her. Strange that she couldn't detect him out there, though. Anyway, he uses his dart gun on Dad, too, and the bad guys capture them both. They want her to do experiments. She refuses.
That's a nice little girl like you.
Go to hell.
A very stubborn, nice little girl.
Well, George C. Scott decides to masquerade as the janitor so he can befriend Charlie and hopefully get her to cooperate.
John.
And she totally falls for it.
Charlie, don't it?
I've got cancer.
One night they fake a power outage and
It's just like the place they put me when I was captured.
John acts like he's scared of the dark and
The calm.
Of course, Charlie wants to help.
Maybe you ought to light the damn fires if you can.
I told you. It's like letting a wild animal out of a cage. Promised myself I'd never do it again.
Well, with the promise of seeing her dad, John was able to get her to agree to flame on for their experiments.
He got her to do it by promising she could see her father again.
Well, so what?
She must never see him. We never intended to let her. You never stop asking for it.
Meanwhile, they're trying to keep Dad drugged up the whole time so he can't use his powers. But he's been pretending to take the drugs they've been giving him. So she agrees to do some more experiments. Again, they promise her you'll see your dad. She's getting more and more powerful, too.
Because he's the only one who can.
They're going to have John kill her eventually.
John feels that she has reached the moment of her greatest happiness. He will strike her across the bridge of the nose, breaking it explosively, and sending bone fragments into her brain.
Helicopter pilot and telling you to be coming along.
They're telling Dad that he's going to Hawaii. But now that he's not being drugged up anymore, Dad's got his powers back of mind control.
Yes, of course, I'm coming along.
Third thing.
He gets a note to
I want you
Charlie.
to be in the stables at 8 o'clock. I'll arrange for somebody to bring you. Oh, I miss you, Charlie.
And of course, Charlie is so excited that when she sees John, she has to tell him.
John! Listen here. Daddy's found a way for us to get out of here. I'm supposed to meet him at the stables at 8 o'clock tonight.
Johnny.
So she gets to the stables and John is waiting.
John? Where are you?
I'm up here.
He wants her to come up so he can kill her.
Yes, it's true.
She finds out the truth.
Where are you, son of a bitch?
You tricked me. You lied to me.
No. I just mixed up the truth a little, Charlie.
Kill him.
That's the end of Martin Sheen.
Jump.
He used the mind control on John. Is Charlie next? Nope. Fortunately, her dad dies. He told her, though, get out of here and you kill anybody who gets in your way. She listens to her daddy. There's a lot of people here trying to stop her. They are no match for her and her fireballs. Before she leaves, she sets the entire place ablaze. The shop is no more. She gets out of there and she manages to get back to Art Carney and Louise Fletcher's. And where presumably they're going to raise her. And they're going to do what Dad wanted
You'll
to
be
do.
safe now, Charlie.
Tell the story.
I'm doing it, Daddy. I love you.
And that's our movie. All right, let's talk about the movie Firestarter. It's a movie I had on a beta tape back in the 80s. Taped it off cable. It was the first time I had seen it was on cable. Saw this movie quite a bit, actually, back, I want to say it was probably the spring of 85, when this showed up on cable, and I was a kid. And saw it a lot, actually, like I said. So, anyway, I always liked this movie. God, I haven't seen this in so many years. It's probably well over 20 years since the last time I saw it. Remember quite a bit about it, though. I remember George Scott was the bad guy. I didn't remember that David Keith, her father, died in the end. I'd forgotten about that. And for some reason, I thought Art Carney and his wife got killed, too. So had a little bit backwards, but so be it. So anyway, based on a Stephen King novel, seems like critics are kind of mixed on this movie, whether or not it's decent or not. I always kind of liked it. I like the fireballs at the end there when she goes crazy and starts just fireballing everybody. That was kind of a cool scene. Martin Sheen is also in this, as is Moses Gunn, and of course George C. Scott as the orderly, disguising himself as John the orderly, trying to get in good with Charlie during that film. So anyway, this movie has since been released on multiple DVDs as well as a Blu-ray. This DVD here is a very, very old DVD put out by Image. I'm trying to look for a date on here and I don't see one, but here we go. 1997, this came out from Universal. It's widescreen, however, it doesn't fully fit the screen, so it's kind of chopped on all four sides. So again, very, very early DVD. Didn't quite have it down the way they do today. So I could use an upgrade on this myself, even if it's just a DVD. The picture looks fine. It's just that it's 20 years old, over 20 years old, and it's just they just didn't do it right, so it doesn't fully fit. So anyway, I like this movie. It's a good movie, I think. Let me know what you think about it. I'm sure everybody has seen Firestarter, so no surprises here. Let me know what you think about it. Leave some comments down below. Tell me if you like it or hate it. I want to know. We'll talk about it. Bye.